Twitter has made another U-turn less than 2 weeks after Elon Musk's takeover of the platform. The social media platform is now pausing the paid verification system after launching the service early this week. It's not clear when the paid feature will return to the platform. Meanwhile, Twitter is also reintroducing the official tag. On Wednesday, Elon Musk tweeted he had killed the new label just hours after rolling it out. The move comes after the paid blue checkmark sparked a wave of fake accounts on the platform over the past week. And new research shows the number of posts on Twitter containing racial slurs has soared since Elon Musk purchased the social media platform. Analysts for the Center for Countering Digital Hate searched for English language posts containing one of several different racial slurs. They found that the use of all of them went up in the first full week after Elon Musk bought Twitter. Twitter's top trust and safety official has said hate speech has gone down since Elon Musk took over. And for more on this, we're joined by cybersecurity and tech analyst Ritesh Kotak. Ritesh, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Since there is a so-called trust and safety official, how is hate speech apparently now becoming suddenly so rampant on the platform?
I think there's a combination of factors at play here. The first one is when Elon Musk took over the platform, there was clearly a bump in the amount of people that came on just to push boundaries to see exactly what would happen. But you add to that, there was a shakeup of upper management and mass layoffs. And I wonder how much of them were actually in addressing the content moderation elements of this. So you have this influx of hate speech. You have less people that are able to help address it, thus creating this recipe for disaster. And essentially what's happened is it's become a little bit of a free-for-all on the platform.
Elon Musk has described himself as a free speech absolutist. Can the platform survive without these checks and balances on hate or misogynistic comments?
I don't believe so, because at the end of the day, the platform would lose legitimacy. So it's important that there's some sort of content moderation. Now, Elon Musk has come out and said that what he is creating is a content moderation council. He's been vague on the specifics, but it seems it might be mirrored similar to what Meta did with the engagement board, essentially drawing that line in the sand of what is acceptable, what is not, what punishments or suspensions would be handed out, and when individuals would be allowed back onto the platform. It seems he's going to be outsourcing that to this independent third body made up of experts, but again, vague on it. But a platform would not survive if you don't have these mechanisms in place.
And what could all this mean for the future revenue potential of Twitter? Already a number of companies are at least pausing their ads. Will they kind of determine where Musk plans to take the platform?
So the question becomes, is this short-term or is it long-term? Now, clearly short-term, there's been a pause on spending by a lot of big organizations with respect to ad revenue. But in the long term is if Twitter is able to get their act together, if they're able to get the content moderation piece right, clearly revenue is a big component of this. And they create a safe space. You know, Elon talks about this digital town square. Well, if they're actually able to create that, then yes, I think advertisers would resume because they want to go to where the people are, where these ads can be targeted, because that's how a platform like this survives.
And final question, changes to the blue check mark are also causing a lot of confusion, with even a parody account for Doug Ford getting a check. No doubt this could lead to a lot of confusion and spread disinformation if people aren't aware it's a parody. So what's happening with the blue check mark at this point?
So as far as we know, the blue check mark is on pause, and this is so important. I think it's important to distinguish the difference between verification and identity. So the concept here was the verification that this is an actual person, this is an account, but that kind of brings in now identity, where is this the person who they claim to be? So we've seen this influx of individuals creating parody accounts and claiming to be the actual person, which is very dangerous to the average individual on the platform who can't separate fact from fiction. So it seems like it's on pause. This has been a colossal failure. They need to figure out how they're going to get it back on track, because verification is important and so is identity.
Tech analyst Ritesh Kotak, thanks so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.